A video recently made by BBC, it shows Lagos from the dust bin, what Americans would call the trash can. I spoke about this part of Nigeria where they got the oil. You all know what is happening now with the Gulf of Mexico, the oil spillage there. Hazard to environment, hazard to fish, hazard to human beings, and rightly they are doing a lot of things to see that it's clean. That's good. Nigerian story. Large areas of the Delta have been devastated by oil. Beaches have, I don't know whether I should say that beaches die, because in my language, that's the way they would describe it. Beach that is so beautiful with sand, and then it has become ugly and dirty and cracked and no water. We said, oh, it died. Rivers polluted, fish died, people cannot farm. Of course, naturally, everything goes together in an ecosystem, so the culture is destroyed, people are dying, and so some of them migrate to the cities. Some of them eventually said, we're not going to take this anymore, and so they formed militant groups engaging the government. And you hear about that one periodically. They're desperate people in a desperate situation. So some of them that have gone to the cities, no job, what will they do? So some of them actually, not that all of them do that, but in that video clip by BBC, you see someone who is telling another one, do you know that they have oil in my place? And it's so sad, you know, it's a statement. They have so much oil, people are making so much money from the oil, and you are here scavenging. People are saying Nigerian government is corrupt, but we continue doing business with a corrupt government. Countries, oil companies, everybody doing business at the expense of these poor people. We are all somehow implicated in it, and I don't mean you. The second video, just in Lagos from the perspective of Nigerians, particularly the present Lagos. They're very happy about the present Lagos. And this one will show you Abuja, ultra-modern city, the capital of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
We have a couple minutes for questions for Asi and Chinyere.
In 1983 and 1984, we were living across the street from French University, and there were students from Nigeria, and everybody from these three towns, three villages, put the money together to send him here to go to school so he can go back and teach, and he wouldn't have any space. He had to either go to Europe or to the United States to get an education for the elders to think that he was educated enough to teach the children, and I didn't understand that.
Did you all hear her question? She's saying that three villages put money together and sent someone to the United States to study, and that person was living near her, and that person said that they had to do that so that the elders will respect that kind of education.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
To teach the children.
Yeah. One thing I can tell you about villages putting money together, that is something that people do in Nigeria. One person doesn't have enough money to send someone to school, they will all come together and contribute money and send one of them to school. So that when that one gets the education, that one will come back and also be useful to the community. So that's a common thing. As for him getting more respect because he studied in America, actually, when I graduated from the university, if you studied in America and come back to Nigeria, they will have to go to Ministry of Education to evaluate your certificate. So is that person from Nigeria?
He said that he was told as a child, we're saving to send you, and for 10 years, all he knew is he was leaving his family.
Yes.
Already picked him.
Yes, saving money to send him to college, but not necessarily to go to America, because I'm not even sure whether those villagers knew America. I'm sending my son. I'm sending my son to school.
Main language, English.
The main language is English. That is the lingua franca. That is how people communicate with people from different ethnic backgrounds.
Are your schools in English then, or are they a native tongue?
They're in English, but at a lower level in some places it will be bilingual or it could be their mother tongue. So you find that there are lots of people who grow up bilingual. IGPO. Can you say Igbo? Igbo, yeah. That's what I speak. And I spoke a little bit when I said Igbo. Thanks for your questions. Yes.
And when you talk about Nigerians being happy and all these celebrations they used to have, are there still lots of celebrations for you to go to and see traditional masking? I don't want you to tell me that that's dying out. Is it?
I will say that traditional masking is dying out. I would just say that it's evolving. You now have them in the cities. Yeah, it's not just for traditional festivals like the KG festival that I studied, where you have galore of masquerades. You now have them during Easter or Christmas. People go outside in some cities, to go and watch masquerades.
Any excuse to party?
Yeah, that's true, any excuse. Any excuse. I mean, Nigeria, it doesn't have to be masquerade, it doesn't have to be a party. You can just be walking on the streets and just having a good time, because you see somebody, somewhere just dancing and singing, and you can join the person, or you can say, shut up, you're disturbing. And the person will say, what's your problem? I'm just having a good time.
There's a Nigerian community in Wichita, but I don't know how large it is. I don't know if you all participate in that.
Yes, there is a Nigerian community in Wichita, and it's a vibrant group, because you have the women's group, Association of Nigerian Women in Wichita, and then Association of Nigerian Men in Wichita. And they're very supportive.
The family that owns the shop on 21st, aren't they Nigerian?
She is a Nigerian, Roslyn Enterprises.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But I'll call you. I didn't want to go.
Huh?